Thank you for viewing my birthday video. This is my version of a thank you note. This is for all the people who came to my birthday party and surprised me and who gave me birthday presents for my big 40, my big 40, which I wasn't expecting that. There were a couple times in my week that I kind of suspected my mom and Pastor Brian were doing something behind my back. They were sneaking off at church talking. I could hear them talking, off in the side somewhere. And I thought, what are they doing? They're not talking in front of me like they usually do, and they're going off somewhere else to talk. And I thought, I wonder if they're sneaking around for a birthday party. Well, different things during the week clued me in that they might be, but every time it got canceled out in my head. Oh no, they're not, for whatever reason. And then as we were about to leave to go out to dinner at the lighthouse, everybody started coming, and it was a surprise. It was a huge surprise, and I thought we were just standing outside talking to my brother because he was still on duty and couldn't go in. So I thought we were just being polite and talking with him for a few minutes before we go out to eat. So that was a great stall. You guys all did a really good job surprising me, and I was so overwhelmed the whole night. I was so overwhelmed with the surprise. I couldn't eat. I did eat 2 cupcakes. The second one kind of made me sick. It was just too much. But I couldn't even eat food. And Pastor Brian and I stayed up till past 2:30 in the morning discussing the events of the week and the birthday party and all the surprises and stuff like that. And I was so overwhelmed. I still am not exactly sure what to say other than thank you. But I also want to thank you for the birthday presents, for the gifts, and the money for the birthday. The story behind that is I was on the internet, and I feel like God might be calling me to get my certification in ultrasound. Maybe now, maybe later, I don't know. We'll see about that. But I was on the internet researching ultrasound ministries where they do an ultrasound on a pregnant person so that they can see that there's a baby inside them, and they choose not to abort the baby. Well, there's a ministry that goes around in a big bus, and they go from city to city, and it's a big deal, and they do ultrasounds and counseling on girls who are pregnant, and they show them their baby. Well, the ultrasound techs volunteer their time in this bus, and I just thought that was really, really cool, and I was so excited to see about it, and I thought, okay, someday when I grow up, I might want to do that. So I was clicking around, and I happened to notice this link. It said something about throw yourself a birthday party, a birthday. And the whole idea is to take your birthday money and you give it to their ministry for to help save lives from abortion. And they send you the cups and the plates and all the stuff that you need to throw your birthday party so that you can take up donations. And I was freaking out, so excited over this idea. And I was sitting right here, and I was telling Pastor Brian, I want to throw myself a birthday party. Oh, this is such a great idea. What a neat thing to do when you turn 40. And he inside, I'm sure, was laughing. He didn't know what to do. He thought for sure I read his face, which said guilty, but I didn't. And I said, it's too late. It's only like 2 days before my birthday. Oh, do you think it'd be okay if I throw a birthday party a couple weeks later than my birthday? That's okay. People do that all the time. And so I'm going through all this scenario, and he knew full well that my birthday party was coming. So anyway, I did take up a good collection for that, and I'll be sending that through probably the internet sometime today. And I've been looking through all my cards and gifts and stuff, and I appreciate them so much, and it's just exciting to me. So, in conclusion of my birthday thank you video, I want to leave you with some scriptures that I found about getting older, because I think it's really neat to be in this next phase of life. 40 to me is not a death sentence like it is most people. As a matter of fact, I feel like I'm finally growing up into adulthood. This is the next phase of our life, and the boys are getting older, and now I need to see what I get to do, what God has for me. So I looked up some verses that I really like about growing older. Leviticus 19:32 says, "Rise in the presence of the aged," that's me, "show respect for the elderly and revere your God. I am the Lord." So when you show respect for the elderly, you are revering God, which is probably not taught too much these days. Proverbs 16:31, "The silver-haired head is a crown of glory if it is found in the way of righteousness." So you can get silver hair maybe from being president, or you can get silver hair found in the way of righteousness and living long life, because when you're righteous, you live a long life. And so I got to thinking about that, and I'm like, silver hair is a crown of glory. Well, I've been finding those here and there for a while now, and I have decided that I'm going to probably go to my grave coloring my hair. My grandma does, and she's so, I don't know how old she is, late 70s, 80s, and she colors her hair about the same color as mine is now, and so I will go to my grave coloring my hair, I think. Even though it's a good thing according to God's word, it's still there, it's just colored. Psalm 92:12 through 14. "The righteous shall flourish like a palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those who are planted in the house of the Lord," that's me, I am planted in the house of the Lord, "shall flourish in the courts of our God." That's exciting. "They shall still bear fruit in old age." I want to continue to bear fruit through all my ages. I don't want to get bored as an older person. I don't want to just sit around or do nothing. I want to continue to go, go, go. Kind of like Jane and Glenn's little friend Lois. That Lois, she goes and she goes and she goes, and she's in, she was doing karate up until just a few years ago, and she doesn't sit down hardly. And I want to be like that as I grow older. I don't want to get bored and unfruitful. Okay, "They shall still bear fruit in old age. They shall be fresh and flourishing." So as you grow older, you don't have to be stale. You can be fresh, and I want to be fresh, and I want to flourish in my old age, and not sit still and be bored and do nothing and be unfruitful. Proverbs 20:29, "The glory of young men is their strength. Gray hair, the splendor of the old." So again, gray hair, the Bible talks about it over and over again. We are supposed to get it, but I don't think it talks about coloring over it. I think that's okay. Yeah. Joel 2:28, "And afterward I will pour out my spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your old men will dream dreams. Your young men will see visions." And so that's just more proof that in your old age, not only can you still do things in the world and not be bored and be fruitful, but you can also live and flourish in the spiritual world. Your old men will dream dreams. And so we all know that that includes us women. So I just want to thank you for the birthday party and for checking out my thank you video. And I cannot wait to see what God has for me. Today, I take my first big step in finishing out my page 23 vision. I'll tell you more about that later and send you my new website address. So stay tuned, because as Vicki gets older, she's going to flourish.